Hello and welcome. My name is Kathy A, and today I thought I'd do a little review of a few foundations I've been using and trying out this month. Now, I put my Trish McAvoy on hold just because the month's been so crazy busy. I've gone to a bridal shower, I had to work overtime, I had lots of events that were going on, and so I apologize for the lack of putting out videos for you, but I did have July favorites coming up very soon, and I thought that I would do this one and also host a little giveaway at the end, so stay tuned for that. I tried 7 different foundations this month and compared them with each other, worthy of mentioning. The first one is Laura Mercier's new Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Foundation. And this was touted as like a beautiful new perfect foundation for most people from Laura Mercier. And you know how I am. I am not brand loyal at all. At first swipe and first swatch and first application, I thought, wow, this is really pretty. And it dried down and it was so patchy. And it sat on my skin and my nose. I'm going to show you a picture of my nose with this on it, right up here. So it just would not blend in right. I tried it without primers, just completely on its own. I tried it with a primer on one side, a different primer on the other side. I tried using a beauty blender. I tried using my Artiste brush, which, you know, those really work it in. And then I tried my regular dense brush. I tried my fingers. There is absolutely no way that this works out for at least me. And I have kind of wrinkly, a lot of lines, a lot of big pores around my nose and upper cheeks. Dry skin mostly. I don't have oily skin, so maybe oily skin people will like this, but it was a total fail for me, and it's going to have to go back, I'm afraid. So the Laura Mercier, total fail. Also a total fail, Kiko. They had their 50% off sale this past month. I hope some of you caught that. And this is the Universal Fit Foundation, and their target audience is college-age children, I think, because there's absolutely no way that this worked. It's supposed to be a hydrating formula. It also sat on the skin. This is a very light, very serum-y, watery foundation, and it went on nicely. Again, it dried down and looked really patchy, and it was gone. I didn't know where it was after maybe even a half an hour. Now it's just separated too, so I don't know if it's a formulation or that it's summertime, and when they're shipping things in summertime they're sitting in hot warehouses. So maybe it was just bad. I've had good luck with Kiko in the past. We have a store in New Haven, Connecticut that you can actually walk in and swatch all of these items. And I think I had tried this before and didn't like it. There was another one that I liked that was age-defying or something like that. But this was Universal Fit. It wasn't a universal fit for me. And unfortunately, I don't think it's easy to return Kiko items. The next foundation is my third fail, and that's the last fail. This is the Make Up Forever, the HD Flawless Foundation, and I got a really nice premium size sample of this. This went on very, very light, very serum-y. Very beautiful at first. It did the same thing that the Laura Mercier did. Sat on my nose pores, looked terrible, looked really dry and patchy around my nose, and it just didn't hold up throughout the workday. I was kind of embarrassed wearing it to work because it was so that's the HD from Make Up Forever. They're brand new. Yeah. Okay, so I didn't like that, but what did I like? Well, I tried both of these Chanels. One is the Vita Luminaire Aqua, and the other is the Perfection Illuminaire Velvet. Now I had heard Angie from Hot and Flashy, she had talked about this one, and she said this was her favorite all-around foundation ever. So I hadn't tried this, and I know that Angie and I have different skin types. She's a little on the oily combo side. She has less wrinkles than I do, of course. She's just glowing and beautiful. So she loved this, and she likes other foundations that I'm not fond of. So I was a little hesitant to try this, but I did try it, and I really liked it. I thought it went on beautifully. It has kind of a powder dry finish. It's very interesting, and it's got great medium coverage, medium to full coverage on here. You have to shake it up really well, and then it comes out. I like this kind of a container. You can squeeze it and get just the right amount, but it just looks beautiful on. Absolutely. I go up a half shade darker than my own skin just to look a little bit more radiant and healthy, especially in the summer. I like to be just a little bit darker. I don't use it to get a tan, but I do like to just step up my skin one half a shade to a shade. And this is let me see what this is, the number 22 Beige Rose. Yes, these are those wacky glasses that you can turn to the other side, and you can work on an eye while you're looking through this. This is a 3.0 reader glass, and then when I want to work on this side, I close the eye I'm working on, or I'll just get dizzy. It's really an interesting thing. These things are only like $8 off of Amazon. I'll put the link below. They come in different colors. I just thought it was a novel idea. You have to keep the eye you're working on closed though, because if you open it, you just get totally dizzy because you've got your reader side here and you're open here, so your other side is like trying to, see, and this side can see. So, and it only comes in the solid number reader. I think there's a 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, that sort of thing. I don't think you can get too specific with these because they're like $8. They had like red and white, and they had the blue. I thought it was really cool. So I use these sometimes. Maybe when I'm traveling I'll use them. So anyway, when I went to get the Vita Luminaire Aqua, I had been reading online that that's really good for people with drier skin and lots of wrinkles and things. It's a sheerer formula. And the difference between this Perfection Velvet and the Vita Luminaire Aqua, you have to think aqua is water and the velvet is oil. So this is an oil-based foundation, so naturally it's going to have a little more coverage. This is a water-based foundation, so it's going to be a little bit less coverage. It's going to be sheer formula, but I love this. I got this one in the next step up, which was shade 30, which is beige, and this too is a beautiful formulation. The bottles look and feel the same as the 1 ounces in each one. I think they run around $50, and I loved it. The girl actually painted me up with this one. And it is a half step up from my other one. It is a little darker than the other one, but I really liked it. It blended nicely, it looked beautiful, and this lasts throughout my work day. So I think between the two of these, you can't go wrong with one or the other, depending on if you really want a little more coverage, if you have a lot of discolorations in your skin. I would say that the velvet one is probably better for you if you're more oily skin prone. But if you have dry skin, I would definitely recommend the Vita Luminaire Aqua. And I probably tortured that name right off to death. But anyway, so Chanel did a very good job with their foundations. But while I was in Nordstrom, I turned around at the Chanel channel, and what do I see? LaMer. And I said, oh gosh, I've seen this, other people talk about this, I've seen them demonstrate it. I know it's like $125 for an ounce of it, and it's like gold. So God bless her in Chanel. I had just bought the Aqua foundation from her, and I said, you know, I've always wanted to try this. I said, but that price point keeps making me hesitate. And she said, here, I'll give you some. And she pumped about $20 worth into this little thing. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. My color is 13. I believe it's called Linen. And it feels different than any foundation I've ever tried. And it looks flawless. It's beautiful. I can see where all the hype is coming from. I haven't tested it through a whole work day yet. I have to do that, but OMG, this is unbelievable. This is the LaMer, L-A-M-E-R foundation. You definitely have to get a sample of it. Don't invest like $125 and just guess at what shade you are, because she tried 3 different shades on me before she found the one that I liked and she liked, and half step up from my own natural coloring is 13. So definitely one of the most beautiful foundations I have ever used. Oh my gosh. So I am a bargain hunter, and I'm always looking for a low cost anything for anything. I'm a cheapskate. I'm really a cheapskate. And so when I saw this originally, this is Harmon's Face Values BB cream. And they had this in the Christmas tree shop, which is one of those discount houses, you know, like Big Lots or Ocean State Job Lot, or what. It's a train wreck, you know, when they pull all of the makeup off of the train and they repackage it and they send it to these places. Well, this, Harmon's Face Values, they also have little store sections in the Bed Bath & Beyonds. And they make their own knockoffs of different other products. And this is supposedly similar to the Garnier BB cream. I think it's better. Not only do I think it's better, this is like my favorite summer foundation right now. It's a BB cream. This is the Renewing Beauty Balm Cream, and they have 2 shades. They have light medium, and then they have medium deep. And I have, for my giveaway today, I have 3 light mediums and 1 medium deep. So if you put BB cream somewhere in your comment below, I will enter you in, and 4 of you will win. Obviously, if you want the medium deep shade, you're going to want to put that in there, medium deep BB cream. The rest of you can just put BB cream in your comments, but the person who wants the medium deep BB cream, put that in, and I will put your names in a hat, and I will pull out 4 names, and you'll each win 1 of these, and I'll send them out to you. I like to do that once in a while because I really appreciate that you're out there and that you're watching, you're taking your time, because there's just so many channels and so many people to watch, and I know your time is valuable. I know my time is valuable. I have to skim through people's videos sometimes because I can't stop and wait for them. So that's why I snuck that in there. So there's a couple of other things I wanted to discuss about foundation that are kind of interesting. This is from Ulta, and I know that the Body Shop has their own variant as well, and I believe, I don't know if It Cosmetics or Smashbox has their own variant, but there's a lightener and a darkener. I know that Kat Von D also has one, and some products are made with a white factor. I think LA Colors or LA Girl makes one that's white that you can add into foundation to lighten or darken it, and that's a great way, especially when something like this is a little bit dark on me. For summer it's perfect, but for winter this might be a little dark for me, so I would add in, I'd put a little of this in my hand and then add in a drop or 2 of this and mix it in, and it will make it the perfect lighter color. So these kind of things are pretty good. You can always do that by getting something that's a few shades lighter or darker than your own shade of makeup, and you can just add it in and you can make your makeup extend. The other thing I've been seeing a lot is this velvetizing powder that Urban Decay put out, I believe. It's a very, very finely milled powder that you add to your foundation, and it makes your foundation last longer and have more coverage. It really doesn't take a whole lot of IQ to figure that it's just finely milled powder. and any finely milled powder, now this is Koki, and this is from Walmart. I have tried this mixing, and this is probably about 1/8 of a teaspoon. I'll translate that down in my description bar into grams, so you can figure out what it is. But 1/8 of a teaspoon into like a dime size amount of foundation. You mix it in, you put it on, and it looks beautiful. If you put too much powder in, you can get a cakey look. It's a little too thick and it's a little too cakey, so you have to be careful. But any finely milled powder will work the same way that that velvetizer does. I don't think there's anything in there that's so special that you can't just, you know, and it's probably one of their own powders. I can't imagine, but it is extremely finely milled. So I would say if you have the RCMA powder, this is a good one. Now this is a very light color powder, so you may alter the color of your foundation with this. Even though it's a translucent powder, there is an actual color to it. So I would say that that's something that you want to, you know, think about. And you know, I know Wayne Goss loves putting powder on first and then putting the foundation over the powder. I think it's a similar idea. You're messing with the formulation that way, so that's a great idea. So if you have, it's kind of the poor man's velvetizer. So that is my little review on the foundations I've been trying this month. And again, I have to say the winner is the LaMer for the high end, and I don't know, I've still got to go through my other foundations, but this may be a holiday present to myself, because once you try this and feel that texture and look at how beautiful it is, but this, just as nice as any high-end foundation, and I use it as a foundation substitute. It also has an SPF in there. I don't think it's all that high. I generally use a little bit of SPF when I'm putting my skincare on, so I don't discuss it when I talk about foundations. But anyway, I hope everybody's having a wonderful week and have a beautiful day. Take care. Toodles.